During the Greek era, it was punishable by death to harm a dolphin. We've lost that somewhere, that respect. It's so bizarre because if you didn't know what's going on over here, you would think this is a town that loves dolphins and whales.
When we first got in the country, we had no idea who was following us. Doing a circle. Let's take a quick right, quick cop.
They said if the world finds out what goes on here, we'll be shut down.
But you're either an activist or an inactivist. You're either an activist or an inactivist. You're either an activist or an inactivist.
Perfect. Hi, Max. How are you today?
I'm good.
Thank you so much for being willing to come and give us your reaction today about the film. What did you think?
Well, it's very powerful. It's very, I guess everything I thought, I was motivated to come. We came in with my friend Chris, so we've been trying to see it since hearing about it. So with the feeling like, well, there's going to be parts of this that are awful to watch, but it's such a beautiful experience to see the way people work together and what was accomplished, and to see the kind of collective us, and because we are the bad guys and the good guys, So to see, how there's something kind of empowering about it, and of course wonderful to hear that there's already been an impact, and that it's going to go further. And of course it is about a larger. This is one.
Microcosm.
Holistic piece, all of it's all like the hologram. Every piece has the whole picture, so
right.
The whole picture's in this picture. So my encouragement to anybody that thinks I don't know if I can see that downer is that in some really profound way, it's more of a up or a good thing to do, and come and see it quick, paradoxically, because if you do, that will keep it in the theaters longer and more people will see it. So that would be my encouragement, and I don't give encouragement to see movies easily.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And what do you do? What is your...
I'm an actor and a parent, and I guess my main thing since the early 90s has been how do we use all these tools that keep showing up to make a better world. So I'm delighted to see what you're
I'm also an actress, so here's what I'm doing now.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
nice to meet a fellow
actor.
actor.
These are just things we do.
Yes.
We don't. It's a weird idea that you have to be a singer or a dentist or whatever. We're just people.
Right.
Life.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Max. Have a great day. Hi, and here we have Chris today, and she said she would love to say a few words about her impression of the film today. Chris, let us know.
I would love to. I just want to say thank you to everyone that had anything to do with the film, all the way from the Dolphins that communicated with Rick Berry to the Dolphins that I've communicated with for 20 years in the wild. And I just really hope that there are more ears to listen and more messages to come through like this, and like you, Damaris, to offer this out to the world.
Chris, I heard you saying a little bit in there, I think it was you were talking about your experiences with dolphins in the wild. Tell us a little bit about what you were saying in there and your experiences with them. I mean, that people were telling you that you shouldn't bother them. And
20 years ago, I started swimming with the dolphins, and it happened spontaneously. I was just out swimming, and they came and found me, and I can't even begin to describe the wonderful things that have occurred. They took me in a beautiful synchronized swim with their family. There's one particular dolphin that I befriended, and I came back, and a researcher said, well, you should give him a name. So I gave him the name Prism because of being underwater with him with all the light coming through. And he's taken me out to sea by myself, and the pod's taken me out, and I've had experiences that I just can't even explain. And I only knew that where I was location-wise because occasionally I could see the bottom of the bottom, and then I couldn't see the bottom for long periods of time. But they're healing, and they open your heart. And the main message, two main messages I get from them is, above all else, that there will be peace in the world if we learn to have fun with everything we do. And the other thing I learned from them is that they are trying to communicate with anyone that will listen, even for a few minutes, even the people that might seem obnoxious, that chase them down in boats, that come out. If there's a moment when that person is open and their heart is open, they will communicate the message to them. I believe the Dolphins are perpetuating this film, this YouTube video, this experience we're having right now. And so if we just have a heart that's open and ears to listen, we'll be educated by the Dolphins.
Thank you so much, Chris. That was beautiful. I have a lump in my throat. Chris, we were just engaging in a conversation and you told me something about a leaf game. What is that? You went to Hawaii with your little daughter.
Absolutely. And I read about the leaf game that they do later, but this particular day, the Dolphins were playing. What they did was they carried the leaf over their flipper.
What kind of leaf? I mean,
it was like a Hawaiian leaf, a big leaf, and it had a stem. So they would like carry it over their flipper, and then they would flip it up to one another. Then another dolphin would come up and get it with its nose and flip it back.
Wow.
And spontaneously, the first time I experienced it, my 3-year-old daughter was swimming with me with the dolphins with her little swimmies on, her little mask and her little fins. And we were close to shore, and it was very mellow and very relaxed. And one came over and threw the leaf to her with her nose. And so she took it and she threw it back, and she didn't throw it very far because it was hard to do in the water. And one came right up under in front of us and pushed it back up.
Oh my gosh.
It was,
So they were
great
playing
fun.
like catch. They were like retrieving the
Absolutely.
leaf and
Just
playing.
having fun, and that's what they do a lot. They do a lot of play, which again is what they wish we would do more of.
Exactly. That's a great lesson. Thanks so much, Chris.
If I destroy anything in nature, I'm taking away from myself. And the human race has to wake up to that, because we're losing it all, and we're losing it at a horrifying rate.